I think Starbucks made the wrong decision here. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Starbucks firing 2 baristas for stopping an armed robbery attempt at a crime-ridden St. Louis location. Now, some are going to jump in right away and say, hey, ABL, look, I'm sure there's a policy on the books that says don't try to fight the robbers. If they're coming with a gun and they're asking for money, give the money up. You make minimum wage. It's not worth risking your life over $100, $200 or whatever. It's not even your money. They have insurance, all this, that, and the third. Now, I receive all those criticisms, but we got to let the story unfold because they weren't just trying to stop the robbery for the sake of stopping the robbery and saving the store and saving the money in the register. It wasn't even about that. They actually were very compliant with the robbers until the robbers got weird and attacked the barista for no reason. And it got so bad that the barista could have lost his life. It was one barista getting robbed, and then it might have been a coworker or somebody nearby who jumped in afterward. Now, before we get into all the details of how the story unfolded and how these baristas, in my humble opinion, got wrongfully terminated, let's look at what we are dealing with. So on the left, you have thing 1, thing 2, freaking frack, dumb and dutter, tweedledee, tweedledum. You have the robbers. And you can see one of the robbers got himself messed up pretty badly. We got Mount Kilauea on top of his head right there. And the other guy doesn't look too happy about what's going on. My man right here on the right-hand side is one of the baristas, a hero, who got fired, unfortunately, for really defending himself. It wasn't even about the store as much as it was about him. Now, we're going to get into the details of all of what's going on here, just so we're on the same page with each other. This is on New York Post, and of course, I will place this article in the box. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website, but you see what it says right here. Starbucks fires barista working through paramedic school who heroically subdued robbers after getting pistol whipped. Now, we got an upstanding young man doing the right thing, on the right path. He has the right frame of mind. Okay, I'm in school, and at the same time, I'll be working at Starbucks, have a little bit of money for myself, and then once I'm done with school, I can leave Starbucks, become a paramedic, and I can really be out here saving lives. And in this case, I believe he saved his own life, maybe even his co-workers' lives. Now, let's get into more of what's happening here. And we got some punny writing. He got iced. Starbucks fired a barista who was toiling to pay for paramedic school after he helped subdue 2 robbers who pistol whipped him. Okay, that's the key. The robbers were attacking him, and the attack was unwarranted. The barista did not attack them. He's just there minding his business, making the frappuccinos and caramel lattes, grande venti, whatever. He's doing his thing. They come in there acting the fool, and what ensued. Michael Harrison, 20 years old, told the Post he was manning the drive-thru last month when 2 masked men entered his downtown St. Louis location around noon and told everyone to get on the ground. With one of the invaders waving what appeared to be a gun, keyword appeared to be, the roughly 10 employees and 1 customer present got on their stomachs in terror. So it's middle of the daytime, crime-ridden location, downtown St. Louis. He busts in there 12 noon with a gun waving. Everybody get on the ground. Everybody's in terror. Many of them, the inspiring EMT said, were crying in fear. Harrison said he cooperated with the robbers' demands and tried to open the register, but did not have the managerial credentials to access the cash. So I guess the way it will work is when you are at the register and someone orders something, it may pop open at that point if they give you cash, but you can't just open it at a random time. If you guys know more about that, let me know in the comments. He asked the supervisor to get off the ground to open the till, but the frozen manager declined to do so. As one of the men rifled through pockets, his alleged accomplice, Joshua No, clobbered Harrison in the back of the head with the gun. So, and here's a young man right there, probably with his father, okay, graduating. Now, the young man is trying to actually comply. He's trying to open the register. The manager is on the ground, frozen in fear. He's saying, hey, man, come on, you got to get up because I can't open this without you. He doesn't do so. So the robber gets impatient and decides to take the weapon and hit him upside the head with it. Again, the barista is not trying to resist. He's trying to comply. And the robber just was not feeling how long it was taking. All right, Michael Harrison earning money to pay for college. At that point, I thought he was going to shoot me. One of Harrison's coworkers noticed a portion of the weapon broke off, and he sensed the chance the gun was fake. Devin Jones Ransom then began brawling with the assailants, with Harrison coming to his aid. The melee spilled outside, and a bystander from a nearby store jumped in to help the battling baristas. When the fracas ended, Noah was immobilized on the ground, while accomplice Marquise Porter Doyle fled the scene. Now, that's the man right there with Mount Kilauea or whatever volcano that is on top of his head. Okay, got a nice little volcano knot on top. That's the guy who hit the barista in the head with the fake gun, the allegedly fake gun. Now, if you get hit in the head with a gun and part of it breaks off, it's probably fake because guns are going to be steel. It's not going to be plastic. So if that happens, well, maybe you might have a little foregrip on it, but if like the actual barrel or something breaks off, it's a fake gun. So you know that these people, they just probably crackheads trying to get a little bit of money to score their next hit of fentanyl or whatever the case may be. All right. So that's a guy right there. Joshua No hit him in the head with the weapon. And let's keep on going here. A subsequent mugshot of No looked like he had just emerged from a blender with cuts and scrapes on his face and scalp. Arriving officers collared Porter Doyle nearby and arrested No at the scene. The impressed cops thanked Harrison and Jones Ransom for their courage and placed the two suspects in their cruisers. The baristas were then placed on paid leave for 2 weeks as Starbucks officials investigated the incident. The two young men were lauded in local media for their heroism and both looked forward to returning to work. And that's the other guy right there. That's the accomplice. As I showed you in the beginning, this is the second part of the little, tag team. Thing one, thing two, frickin' frack, dumb and dirty, Tweedledee, Tweedledum. That's the other half. He left. He fled the scene after he saw his man getting beat up and turned into a human volcano, but the police found him later. We continue. But I got a call a few weeks later, Harrison said. Once the media died down, they told me they were terminating me. I was surprised. I was distraught. I was confused. The company told Harrison and his co-worker that they had violated company policy, but were not specific, said Harrison's attorney, Ryan Krupp. We were deeply disturbed to learn of this frightening incident, as a Starbucks spokesperson told the Post. Partner safety is at the core of how we operate in our stores, and we are so grateful that our partners and customers did not come to greater harm in the situation. In situations like this, our training and protocols guide our partners to comply and de-escalate, not just for their safety, but for the safety of all in the store. The company maintains the two ex-employees should not have engaged the two men to the degree they did. Now, this is ridiculous because, as I was telling you, the barista was trying to comply. Guy comes in there with the gun. One of the manager and the other coworker were on the ground as they were instructed by the guy with the gun. The guy behind the counter is trying to open it. He's not able to because he does not have the credentials to do so. And since the robber was getting impatient, he hit him in the head with the fake gun, real gun, whatever it was. So now I'm just trying to defend myself. I'm not trying to get beat to death in the Starbucks. I'm not trying to have that happen as I'm trying to comply with the robbers. So how are they going to say that company policy was violated? To me, it doesn't make any sense. We continue. Stripped of his income, Harrison said he is now struggling to foot his bills and tuition. That job was helping me pay for college. He said, I just don't understand it. I thought it was the right thing to do. Harrison told the Post the busy location had been plagued by unruly and aggressive customers for months, and he and other employees formally complained to the management. He recalled one incident where a deranged customer began firing heavy steel canisters at cowering employees. There's more here, but the main thing is you got to defend yourself. Hold on. It says, when the robbers came in, my client complied and tried to open the register when he was struck in the head by one of the gunmen. At that point, you're in a position to defend yourself. Absolutely. 100%. And as I close, I want to say this. If I'm in a Starbucks, any other store like that, I'm behind the counter, guy comes in with a gun. Hey, give me the gun. Give me the money from the register. You got it, man. Don't even worry about it. It's okay. Because look, you got a drop on me. I'm not in a position to really defend myself or pull my weapon out. I'm in a store just working. You got it. Whatever you want is yours. I'm not trying to lose my life over the money. My life was worth more than that. So I will comply. He was trying to comply. But then when it gets to the point of, okay, I'm trying to comply, I am complying, but then my life is in danger. You hit me in the head with the gun. You're trying to beat me up. You're trying to hit me with a knife. See, now it's no longer about trying to comply as I close. It's about trying to live. I'm not trying to get deleted in this restaurant, this Starbucks, this whatever location. I'm trying to survive to the next day. And if that means I get fired, then so be it. And in this case, the firing was 100% unjustified, at least in my humble opinion. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what happened here? Do you think that the baristas should have been fired for what happened here? Is it their fault? Is it not their fault? Did they not follow company policy by refusing to de-escalate? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This was 100% unjustified. They were trying to do everything by the book. Then it went to a different place after what they were trained to do failed. What do you do when all your best plans don't work? Now you got to resort to what you know, survival. Simple as that. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.